dance moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are your dance moves.
Those are my dance moves.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Ross. Good morning, Tyler.
I'm so.
Good morning, Snoopy.
I'm so
Good morning,
cold.
Internet.
Are you guys cold where you are?
We're having a temperature fight right now because I keep overheating and she keeps being cold. And so it started in the car and I was like, oh, it's going to be cold in the studio. And then
It was cold in the studio. Surprise,
happy.
surprise.
And I was like, oh, great. Perfect. And then she's like, will you plug that heater in? And I noted the fact that she didn't ask me to turn it on. So I was like, I definitely will plug that heater in.
You little shit. I did never expect you to do something like that to me.
I did exactly what you asked. I did indeed plug it in. I didn't turn it on. And then she's like, you forgot to turn the heater on. And I was like, oh, did I?
Yeah, you did.
Ted says, sorry I missed yesterday. Was busy trying to get water back to the house after a valve. That sounds terrible, man. I'm so sorry. That kind of stuff's the worst. We had a pipe burst in our basement this year, so, like, I feel ya. I hate water stuff.
Everybody was gaslighting me about. They were like, no, it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm like, it's not fine. It wasn't fine.
No one said it was fine.
Oh, we were at tacos, and y'all were like, it's fine. You're overreacting. Because I called you during game night, your board game night, and I was like, Jeffrey, you need to come home. There's water spraying all over the basement. And I think everyone just thought I was being dramatic. I was not being dramatic. I think you just downplayed it when you got back. You were like, oh, yeah, the sump pump was leaking.
No, it was
Not violently spraying water everywhere.
It was just the pipe coming out of this because the sump was overworking because of the burst pipe, so he had to like repair the thing. It was fine. Everything.
It was fine, yes. However,
it was good. Yeah. This is Wednesday morning, March 13th.
Is it really freaking Wednesday already?
In the year of our Lord, 2024.
The year of our Lord.
That's how you say it.
Isn't that
that's what
every year is the year of our Lord?
Well, that's what AD means.
After death?
No. It's addedness, deny, whatever. It's Latin for in the year of our Lord. They start.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Now they say BCE. Wait, no, they say CE, Common Era.
Oh.
And BCE. But back when I was a young tot, they said BC and AD. Because I'm old. Look at our chat. It's got me dancing as a hot dog. That's fun to see.
It's very fun. Great.
Pictures of Sad Lena over on Twitch.
I don't have green hair anymore, though, so that's kind of inaccurate. I might have green hair again soon, but...
That's why I made you with green hair, is because I was trying to, like, shoot where you're going, not where you're currently at.
Oh, okay. Do you like me with green hair?
I like you with all hair.
Right, but, like, you could have picked any color in the rainbow to make my hair for that GIF, and you chose green, so I think you're trying to tell me something.
Honest statement?
Yeah.
Your hair's green more often than it's any other color. It's a lot of different colors all the time.
I don't think so.
But the majority of the time that I've spent with you, it's been green. It's been other colors. You like go and you come back to green the most. Now that I'm saying this out loud, though, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna do green.
I mean, it's probably a good thing I didn't love green. Hello.
Hey, good morning. All right. It is time to cover all the news that you maybe don't need but want. That's maybe I gotta crack that phrase. Like, not necessarily the news you need, because we tend to avoid that on this show.
I think they need that news.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Create a dependency.
In a segment we like to call what?
You can say it today. I said it yesterday.
I said it.
I don't think you did. I think I did.
It's called the Daily Quack. It's cold in here.
I know.
Snoopy says Neil deGrasse Tyson says AD and BC because the church gave the most accurate calendar, and he's used that to give them credit. Okay. Uh, the news we actually need. Says Ro. I like that. That's not bad. All right. Starting with X-Men 97 creator reportedly fired by Marvel.
Oh, I knew about that yesterday.
Weeks before premiere.
I'm not saying I knew before anyone else did. I was just saying, like, that's actually something that I seen yesterday.
Yeah.
Normally, this news is also coming to me.
As it's coming to
Yeah.
you're like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Because usually it's like, yeah, I spend a lot of the night before gathering the articles and get everything.
And I'm like, shh, no, turn that phone off.
She's like, why are you on your phone?
We're
and I'm
watching Hulu.
Writer Bo DeMayo in Marvel parted ways before his new animated series is scheduled to premiere. This is from Amarita Khalid over at The Verge. Marvel has fired Bo DeMayo, the creator of the upcoming animated Disney Plus series X-Men 97, according to The Hollywood Reporter. DeMayo previously produced and wrote for another Marvel show, Moon Knight, and has also worked on The Witcher. The Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf, and Star Trek Strange New Worlds. The firing reportedly occurred early last week, and neither Marvel nor DeMayo's representatives commented on the decision to the outlet. Marvel has also not responded to The Verge's request for comment. The timing of DeMayo's departure is unusual, given that X-Men 97 is set to premiere on Disney Plus roughly a week from now on March 20th. DeMayo is credited as creator and executive producer of the show's entire first season. He had even finished writing duties on an upcoming second season of X-Men 97 and was in talks with his team about a third.
Yeah.
X-Men 97 continues the storyline of X-Men the Animated Series, which aired from 1992 to 1997. Basically my childhood. I was obsessed with that show and watched every episode. It was weekly appointment television. Several of the original voice actors returned for the new series, including Lenore Zahn, who plays Rogue, George Buza, Beast, Khal Dodd, Wolverine, Adrian Hugh, Nightcrawler, Chris Britton, Mr. Sinister, and Chris Porter, Gambit. DeMayo appears to have deleted his Instagram account, which featured regular updates about his work with Marvel, and no longer active is his free non-explicit OnlyFans account. I like
That's a sentence you don't normally see. I've seen the word OnlyFans and I was like, sir? No judgment at all, obviously, but like...
which DeMayo created before his involvement with X-Men 97.
You just don't normally see men with OnlyFans accounts.
Well,
that should change.
But they said like
men make more OnlyFans accounts.
But they had to like make sure they were like non-explicit, which I think is funny. When was it that OnlyFans tried to rebrand and everyone was like, "What are you doing?" Was that like 2 years ago?
I never knew OnlyFans did try to rebrand.
Remember that whole thing where they were like, "We're gonna get rid of porn on OnlyFans," and everyone was like,
Oh
excuse
yeah,
me?
I didn't take that very seriously, so I just kind of like set it to the side because that's where like 90% of their income is coming from.
And they very quickly they were like, "Oh, okay."
They're like, "Oh wait, the people who are using this site, like 75% of them are sex workers."
Yeah.
Like we that literally built that site pretty much. Oh, okay.
Well, there was a time where they definitely were trying to rebrand, and they would be like, "Hey, it's just like Patreon. Come do your Patreon thing. You be a musician on OnlyFans."
I mean, you technically still can do all that stuff. It's just like...
But you don't, because then when they do an article about you being fired from X-Men, they have to be like a non-explicit OnlyFans account.
I'm just saying. Also, there's sites like Coffee now. I don't know if you ever heard of Coffee, but it's like... That's kind of like OnlyFans,
I think I always pronounced it Kovifi. The weird Trump tweet. Remember that?
What? Yeah, I remember.
Early in the Trump lore when he like tried to write coffee and he wrote it like Kovifi.
Yeah, I remember.
Every time I see that website, that's what I think it says.
Oh, okay, that's fair. No, it's just I kind of consider that site to be like if you...
I forgot to turn that one off.
I was like, I thought you just turned that off, but yeah, that site. I don't know. I tried to use it for like my like resin stuff for a while, but it didn't really I couldn't get the hang of it very posting on it was weird. This was 4 or 5 years ago though, so
Yeah, I didn't even know you could post on there.
on Coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just seen it as a hey, throw me a few bucks for something. What's up, Kirsten? Kirsten says lots of cosplayers use it for a while, and some of my friends still use it.
It's cold.
Yeah. Tyler says, are you talking about, that thing, coffee?
Yeah, that thing.
Well, it's spelled with a K. It's weird.
Yeah, but it's pronounced coffee because their slogan is literally buy us a coffee or something like that. You could literally, I think it's really nice because you could literally just set it up and people can just throw $1 at you.
Right.
It's
and it doesn't have
really
to be
cool
something,
way to
feel something big or crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rome didn't know about BCE and CE, and yeah, I remember the first time I heard it was in that Bo Burnham song. He's like, before the common error. Oh, and I was like, what is he talking about?
I feel like I knew about it, and I don't know where I knew about it.
Well,
from,
school. That's what they say in school now.
Oh, okay. I keep forgetting there's 9 years between us, so anything you may or may not have learned in school, I can't really apply to me or not apply to me.
Brum also says the DeMeo stuff is wild. Sounds like he had an OnlyFans, but people say Disney knew about that already, so it has been worth.
Well, if it was non-explicit, I don't think the
OnlyFans had anything to do with it.
That would be insane if it did.
Right? Because
what if that is it though?
That would be silly and weird.
It would be silly and weird, but what else do we have to go on?
Well, no one knows. No one knows why.
Well,
he got
until
fired.
until we do know, it's my headcanon. Disney or Judgy.
Teacher in the chat says CE/BCE have been used for at least a handful of decades now. I'm old, Kirsten. I'm very sorry. I'm
yeah, but you haven't
40.
been alive for never mind. Yeah, I was gonna say about 3 decades.
Yeah,
I'm in school.
I'm gonna be 37 here in a month. Not that much older than me. I don't know. 2 decades. I can't be more than that. I remember when they made that change, and I'm in my mid-30s. Rome says rumors of bad things on The Witcher. Yeah, I don't know. It's wild. I also thought Moon Knight was one of their better shows. They made too many shows.
Wow.
It was
I
impossible
need to finish Moon Knight.
It was impossible to keep up with all of them.
I remember waking up early in the morning to watch Moon Knight with you, but then I was way too tired to pay attention. And I would just lay down on the couch and be like,
yeah, that's when I was I had to podcast about it that day or something. So you'd be like,
oh yeah, yep.
So I'd be like, I have to wake up and watch Moon Knight at 6 a.m. And you're like,
well, we also had to get up and drive the kids to school. That was also the thing we had to do. And they were always like, oh, Moon Knight, yay. And I was like, oh, Moon Knight, yay. And then I'd fall asleep because I'm not geared to be awake at that time.
Rome says Moon Knight was cool for sure. I like that one more than most. I agree. I was pretty excited about this X-Men show. I know people had feelings about the hindquarters of Rogue and whether or not they measured up.
Oh, that's
maybe
what that
that's
was
it.
about. Oh my God, that's it. Everybody canceled it because they nerfed her ass.
Maybe that's why he got fired.
Okay.
We don't know. Maybe
that's solid though.
I like that theory. That theory's as good as any of them. It's a weird thing that I'm hesitant to like fall on either side on because like
whether or not Rogue's ass changes
yes, that's
worth the hype.
That's what I'm talking about. No,
because I'm solidly on the other side of that. There's no waffling.
Backlash. Yeah, no, it's it could turn out this guy's like a creeper or weirdo, but it also could turn out that he's not. We don't know why he was fired.
Yeah.
And it's very weird to do it like a week before the big thing comes out that he's in charge of. I'm still cautiously optimistic about new X-Men. I'm excited. But like
sorry, that was in no way a response to what you were saying. I'm just really tired.
Felt a little This does feel like something that if I turned on at the house, like I'm like new X-Men.
I like X-Men.
Did you watch the animated series?
No, because I'm 9 years younger than you. But, well, actually, maybe I watched a little bit of it, like, at my mom's or something. But, no. Like, actually, I think
like
maybe...
I'm going to hear that music, and I'm going to be like, oh, we're
That's
here.
good. Good for you. Never mind. Go on.
But I'm really excited about it. Rome says, I'm stoked for X-Men 97. Timing is just so crazy, like you say. Wonder if any more info. I'm sure some will. Dylan says Pluto is still a planet when Jeff and I were in school.
Pluto is still a planet. Don't let anyone tell you differently.
Yeah, poor Pluto.
I hate that. That shit, like, keeps me up at night.
That Pluto's not a planet?
Yes! Also, oh God, what is that one thing? That satellite that they sent into space or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. But my brain is not working right this morning, and I sound really stupid. But the one that, like, talked before it died or went to sleep.
Oh, you're talking about the Mars rover.
Yes.
The robot they sent.
I can't even think about it without, like, getting really sad. Anyway, yeah, that's how I feel.
This is why I didn't do the
about
iron lung story, because it would just turned into you crying on stream. The guy who lived in the iron lung for like 70 years of his life or whatever died from polio. We almost did that story, but as I was just talking about it to Selena, we're like in daylight, and she's like, he learned to paint. Like, and it would just be an entire stream of that.
Yeah. I have a lot of feelings.
Here's that, Jeff. I feel this. My fiance's 8 years younger than me. Sometimes talking to him makes me want to take the Geritol. Yeah, it's
I keep
feels
you
that
young.
way. Ross theorizes he probably wanted more money in the talks for a third season. It's definitely possible as a solution. I don't know, deleting all of his social media though.
Oh, he deleted all of his social media?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not Gucci.
Yeah.
That's not good.
We'll see. We'll find out what that's about later on. Okay. Venom 3. Are you excited for Venom 3?
I'm going to be real with you. I didn't watch the first two.
I gotta find some pearls to clutch.
Did you think I watched them?
No, but
okay, then why are you acting surprised?
At
At least I'm anything but consistent.
They're fine. Tom Hardy. It's a lot of fun in them.
Tom Hardy was the only reason I was gonna watch them, and then I was like, eh.
Yeah, I'd watch them with you. They're pretty disposable movies, but like
I have heard that. I've not heard like good things about
do you know
them.
who loves those movies? Our middle child.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
My middle child, for some reason, is like, these are the greatest films ever made. And it's just like
that doesn't surprise me.
So she'll be excited that Venom 3 will be called The Last Dance.
Why?
I don't know. It's a terrible title.
That's weird.
And it's coming out a little early. Despite the name, it doesn't seem like Venom will be meeting Michael Jordan or Scottie Pippen.
So, like, this picture of Tom Hardy, it kind of just looks like he doesn't know why he's there. Like, he's just like some guy, just like,
that's
hey,
those movies.
What's up? I'm here. I'm Tom Hardy.
Yep.
I'm going to stand here and look attractive.
You've just described the Venom movies.
Okay. He just looks lost.
Yep. This is by Sam Barsanti over at AV Club.
Cold. Sorry.
Okay.
I haven't slept very well lately, and like I've hit that point where I'm just not sleeping. Well, I am sleeping, but I'm not like hitting REM.
Yeah.
So this is the sleep is like useless. I'm starting to get all loopy. Like, you know, like
Mhm.
when you don't sleep or when you're really tired. Like when you were a kid and you'd have like a sleepover and you and your friends would be up till like 3 a.m. and you'd start just laughing at literally anything and everything because
That's the zone you're in.
kind of.
Okay. I've started like experimenting with different ways of waking you up in the morning to see like which is gonna work.
This morning you were like, "Hey, wake up!" You stood over me and said that. You just said, "Hey."
We're nearing the like Jeff starts blaring Broadway musicals.
Oh,
time.
bro, I will be so. I'll get up and leave. This one time, Jeff woke our kids up by playing the drums.
That's how I used to wake him up every day.
I just want the
I
wake
stopped
up
that
song.
when you moved
I
in.
think the wake up song would be nice.
You want me to do the wake up song that I used to do for the kids?
Yeah, I think that.
Let's come in for my shower.
Yep.
I
think that- I think that would incite like a good response in my brain
Okay.
to where I'd be like, cool.
We'll try that tomorrow.
Okay. It's not gonna go well. I'm gonna be mad no matter
You're
what.
gonna be like, stop banging on the door.
Stop banging.
You're so mean in the morning.
I was not mean this morning.
You just kept calling me loud.
Because you were walking around the house going, ah!
I was singing the
It
Dune
was like-
song.
Yeah, you were singing the Dune song, but like.
Helps me get going in the morning.
Really off. Literally like so off key, and he would just. There was no like consistency to it. He would just randomly do it. Like I couldn't tell when he was gonna start and when he was gonna stop. And I was just like getting ready, and throughout the house, I would just hear Jeff. Okay, go ahead.
Everyone's favorite alien symbiote is back.
He's an alien?
Venom is.
Oh, I thought they were
Tom
talking
Hardy
about
is.
Tom Hardy.
No, Tom. Okay.
Good morning.
Sony has announced that the third Venom movie will be called Venom: The Last Dance, which happens to be the same name as the 2020 documentary series about the Chicago Bulls. That gave us several iconic Michael Jordan memes. Does that mean Venom and Eddie will team up with Scottie Pippen in the new one? Will they all win their sixth championship together against the villainous Utah Jazz? We'll stop there, not because we're running out of things that we know about the Bulls, but because we're here to talk about Venom: The Last Dance. Variety says the movie is based on a story from Venom himself, Tom Hardy, plus screenwriter Kelsey Marcel. I'm going to say this. Who wrote this? Sam Bersanti. Tom Hardy does not play Venom. Although, does he do the Venom voice? He might. I have no idea.
I don't know.
It's the story comes from Tom Hardy plus screenwriter Kelly Marcel, who will also be making her feature directorial debut on The Last Dance. We don't know anything about the plot beyond our assumption that Venom will be teaming up with a superhero called the Worm. That's another Bulls reference. But
Would you love me if I was a worm?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've had this conversation back when it was
You
the TikTok
told me you would put me in a jar
Mm-hmm.
and you would keep me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the correct answer.
I think so too.
I wouldn't continue to date you because you would be a worm.
You would get other girlfriends and you would make me sit in the corner and watch.
I don't know about girlfriends plural.
I think you would. At least move my jar during intimacy. Just put me in a different
Set it out the room.
or put a little blanket over it.
Did you see that story of the woman who her husband had an accident and
Where's this going?
he needed full-time care and his memory was bad. He remembered her but not as his wife, but she was one of the only things he could remember and be concrete about, and needed full-time care. And so she divorced him, adopted him, and then ended up remarrying, but
adopted him as as she was his guardian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's
because he that's
wasn't
oddly.
cognizant enough to be a
Okay.
partner anymore.
Yeah, but she still wanted to care for him.
Yeah, and her and her new partner take care of him together.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. Oh. Why'd you tell me that?
Sorry.
I'll start crying.
Gino Temple, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Clark Becco are in the movie in addition to Hardy. We don't know who any of them are playing. But the previous two movies kind of ran through a lot of more notable members of Venom supporting cast, including Carnage, who was played by Woody Harrelson, who died in the last film.
Oh my God! Spoilers.
If you've not watched,
I have never. We just went over how I've never seen these movies, and you're like, oh, by the way, main character.
Tyler says, "Wow, Lena, way to make both of our backs hurt. Let me go buy the ibuprofen."
Blame Jeff. It's not my fault. I'm 28.
Snoopy says he likes the Venom movies. They're fun. They want to get you a black coffee.
I have one. It's got vanilla in it, but
It's mostly black.
Yeah.
Rum says the Chicago Bulls logo upside down is a satanic figure, so maybe that's how it ties it. I don't know. The name is terrible. Good morning, Rampage.
It's cold in here.
Ross says they really got to get better writers for Venom. The second one was worse than the first. That's accurate. But I went into the second one with lower expectations and probably had a better time my first run. I came around to the fact of like really enjoying the first one, but it was like it took me some work to get there.
What color should I dye my hair?
I don't know. You said green. That's part of why I picked the green for the emote.
Yeah, but I'm wearing a green cardigan right now, and I can't really like move past that. So.
Are you gonna be wearing it permanently?
No, but like, I don't know. I think this is gonna be my new safe cardigan.
Okay.
Just I pick like a cardigan.
I'd say let our fans pick, but they'd pick something Minions related. You'd end up with yellow hair.
They would pick yellow, yeah, and I don't think I have that in me. I don't have the facial structure for yellow hair, and I think it has to be a color that I can go from blue to whatever color because, I don't think my hair can handle being bleached again.
Yeah.
And I don't want it all to fall out.
And yeah, I have the bald head in this relationship.
You can't
Don't take
gatekeep
that from
that.
me.
You
Oh,
can't. I was gonna
can.
say you can't gate. No, you cannot.
I can.
You are not gatekeeping that. I'll shave my head so fast. Your head will spin.
Batman 2 delayed a full year to 2026.
Man.
James Gunn's Superman. This is from Kat Bailey over at IGN. James Gunn's Superman may be keeping its 2025 release date, but there's a delay elsewhere in the DC slate. The Batman Part 2 has been delayed a full year to October 2nd, 2026. Warner Brothers announced today. Originally set to release in October 2025, the Batman Part 2's release date shift was revealed in conjunction with several other dates, including Paul Thomas Anderson's next film, which is set for August 8th, 2025, and The Bride. Its big delay means it will release close to 5 years after the original movie, which starred Robert Pattinson in the role. Not much is known about the sequel, which was first announced alongside James Gunn and Peter Safran's DCU back in 2023. Gunn confirmed that The Batman Part 2 will be part of a trilogy and that it will be part of Matt Reeves' crime saga that includes the Penguin TV series set for sometime in fall 2024. Gunn said that The Batman being separate from the DCU was Reeves' choice. While The Batman Part 2 won't be part of the overall DCU, Gunn said it won't be a stepchild and that Warner Brothers is fully invested in the success of The Batman, just like we are everything else. Which is an interesting sentence to say about Warner Brothers right now. Gunn and Safran are planning their own Batman film for the DCU titled The Brave and the Bold, which is expected to release in either 2026 or 2027. In the meantime, work continues on the new DCU. James Gunn's Superman recently entered production and is expected to release in July 2025. It has managed to keep its release date despite delays elsewhere, with Gunn sharing regular updates on social media. When the Batman Part 2 is finally released, its gritty atmosphere should provide an interesting contrast to James Gunn DCU. I don't think this movie is ever going to come out. That's my hot take.
Oh, okay. That's a hot take, yeah.
I think that when all of this started, movie studios were in a position to be like, yeah, why not? Let's have 2 different Batman movies. I don't think they're there anymore. I think they're...
I fell asleep in the first Batman.
Yeah, you were not a fan.
I was. It was very good.
They're really pretty. Like that's maybe
they're
the prettiest
both
that Batman and
very
Catwoman have
pretty.
ever been.
That helped keep me awake, but it was like that movie was so dark, like literally and figuratively, that like my brain was just like nap time because I couldn't see what was happening. Like I could, but like it was just hard. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
It was hard to stay focused because there wasn't...
It's very orange film.
What?
It's orange and noiry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Solid point.
I think the first 2/3 of that movie are pretty great. When it's trying to be Chinatown. And then if you've seen Chinatown, it ends with a very ambiguous ending, which is what the Batman gets to.
Wait, what did that say? Check out 10 Robert Pattinson films that define his career. I hope Twilight's on there.
I'm sure it's on there.
You never know.
Yeah. Kirsten says the word of the day is development hell. Rome says let them take their time, more quality, give us a quality sequel. Yeah, I think the problem though is just like it's hard not to be nervous about even the James Gunn stuff. Right? The James Gunn stuff is, and not nervous from like, I think his stuff's going to be good. Like his Peacemaker, amazing. His Suicide Squad, amazing. Guardians, amazing. Right? Like I think his vision for the DCU and stuff is going to be great, but it's hard not to be nervous because every day we come in here and we read an article about like whoever at Warner Brothers, whether it's Zavzlov or someone else, just walking up to the word art and then taking a big shit over it. Like it's just like that's metaphorically what we read about every single day we come in here. And money's expensive right now. It's more expensive to make things.
That's fair.
Because you can't borrow money the way you used to. That number's got to go up, right? The stupid corporation stuff of just like, cut this, shut this down, don't release this movie, don't do this. And unfortunately, that Penguin series is going to have to light the world on fire. Or because if the James Gunn stuff starts up and it's going like really well and everyone's really excited and the Penguin show does badly, those executives in that room are going to be like, why are we making 2 different Batman projects? Like if we're looking to cut, why don't we cut this weird moody Pattinson thing? And I don't want that movie not to come out. I'm just saying I don't think it's going to come out. And this delay is very unfortunate.
I will adopt that viewpoint, and then I will be pleasantly surprised when it does and not disappointed when it doesn't, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, because, I mean, that movie,
just
by the end of it...
Just up for disappointment, and you'll never be caught off guard. That's what I say in life.
By the end of that movie, it gets kind of where I would want it to be.
I have to stretch, and I can't physically. I don't know.
Rampage says he busted out laughing when he said thumb drive. Yeah.
Ugh.
He also says he wants to go see Imaginary. That movie looks pretty cool. I like horror. Ross says, when is Joker 2 coming out? That's a good point. The musical film Joker 2.
Oh.
Is that this year?
Oh. I don't know, because I like musicals now, so I feel...
That's not going to be like an actual... It's going to be a weird... It's Lady Gaga playing
Okay.
Harley Quinn.
I'm fine with that. I like Lady Gaga. I think she's cool.
I do too.
I think
I
she's
actually
a better
like...
actor than actress.
I
Than
actually kind of like her better as an actress than I do
Yeah.
as a
Everybody was
musical
all weird when
performer.
she was in American Horror Story, and I thought she
Oh, she ruled
killed
in that.
it in
yeah.
that. Like, yeah, there were times when the writing was a little clunky, but that's not like on her. That's on the writers.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
Rome said first one made a lot of money, didn't it? Yes, but you have to remember, if I'm someone in a boardroom who's just like looking to make my point across, all I have to do is point at Captain Marvel #1 and the Marvels #2 and be like, see number go down, and then I can get my point across. Now, is that an inaccurate representation of what happened? Absolutely. Will that stop someone in a boardroom from saying that? No. He also said, I have no idea what to expect from Joker 2. That's going to be off the wall. Yeah. Kirsten says, I can only hope Joker 2 is less of a mess than its predecessor. But at least it's musical, so it can't be mess at worst. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Solid.
Okay.
Oh, don't forget to read
Oh, yeah.
the ad.
What would I do without you?
Not read the ad.
That's true.
Also, not blow out candles. Also, leave burners on.
I did that once.
I'm just never letting you live it down. We could have died.
We certainly could have.
Not really, because we don't keep anything on top of the oven anyway, but like...
By the way, Dork Duck Daily is brought to you by That Effing Guy. That Effing Guy provides comic books, toys. Sorry, it doesn't provide. That Effing Guy buys comic books, toys, cards, games, video games, arcade games, jukeboxes, pinball machines, or anything else cool or collectible. No collection too big or too small. Cash is paid on the spot. Just make sure you tell him that Dork Duck sent you, so he gives us a little kickback that helps keep this show on the air. Just give him a call at 1-269-358-7534. That's 269-358-7534. Final story of the day. Scream apparently found the money to get Neve Campbell back. This is from Drew Gillis over at AV Club. After leaving the franchise for its sixth entry, original final girl Sydney Prescott is returning.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe they're making...
Your yawns are just like on cue this morning.
I'm literally interested in this because I actually like the Scream movies. I just can't stop yawning. It's not my fault. I don't think what you understand about our relationship is that
Getting into it here.
is that I used to get a solid 8 hours of sleep most nights. Throw in a few nights because I lived with an absolute crazy person before you that we would spend like some nights like up until 6 a.m. like fighting and arguing with each other. But like most nights I would get a solid 8 hours of sleep. And even after nights where I'd be up till 6 a.m. dealing with the craziness, we would still like sleep from 6 a.m. until like whatever time took for me to catch up on sleep usually, because now
You did live with a different kind of crazy person.
No, you're not a crazy person.
I don't sleep.
You just don't sleep, and like that I still haven't quite gotten used to that, I think, because like my brain is just like, I love like getting at least like 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and you're like 5's fine, 4 is okay.
Yeah.
Like 4 is like when I think you start struggling a little bit, where you're like, man, I'm dragging a little today. Meanwhile, I get like 6 hours of sleep and I wake up and I'm ready to like physically assault somebody. And then like 4 hours of sleep, I've gone beyond.
It's also, we go through this weird cycle too, where we'll have like a day or two where I'll get up and I'll be doing things and you'll be like, oh, why were you should have woke me up. I would have come and hung out with you and did the. So, like, I'll start keeping you up and stuff, and then you'd be like, let me sleep! And then I let you sleep, and then you're like, oh, why didn't you wake me up?
You're like, because you're an actual crazy person. No, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm just, like, not. It's also could be, like, the quality of sleep I'm getting. Like, maybe I'm just waking up at night or something.
Yeah.
Because that could be it, too. Because I do tend to, like, wake up in a completely different position than I fall asleep in.
We have kind of an obnoxious cats, too. That like
And a
to-
bad mattress. And there's 7,000 squishmallows in our bed, so I can't really get comfortable.
Yeah, what could we ever do about that?
Move them, but they're going to have to start living out in the living room, and I don't know if you're okay with that.
I don't care.
Okay.
The
well,
bed thing stresses me out. There's too many squishmallows in the bed.
they're not even on your side of the bed. They're on my side of the bed.
Yeah, but my side of the bed keeps getting smaller because
No, it doesn't. It never moves.
your side fills with squishmallows and then moves you.
I'm like 4'9".
We're on a queen bed that has become like a
a twin.
if not a full, because of all the squishmallows take precedent. They have like their own section of the bed.
They do, which is behind our pillows. They just kind of move sometimes.
No, they have like a whole like vertical section.
Oh, on the side of the bed?
No, yeah, like on the bed, there's like a vertical strip
like a
that's
line.
all
Up against the wall.
yeah.
You only lose like 2 inches of the bed. God,
I-
I'll bring out a tape measure when we get home. Don't even test me.
Less than 2 years after declining to return to the Scream franchise over a salary dispute.
A what?
Salary dispute.
Okay, I thought you said celery. I too get upset about celery.
This is from Drew Gillis over at AV Club, by the way, if I didn't say that. Neve Campbell announced on Instagram she will be returning for the series' upcoming 7th film. And it's exactly what Ross said. Scream lost so many actresses they had to bring someone back. That's pretty much it. It's always been such a blast and an honor to get to play Sydney in the Scream movies. My appreciation for these films and for what they have meant to me has never waned, she wrote in part. I'm very happy and proud to say that I've been asked in the most respectful way to bring Sydney back to the screen, and I couldn't be more thrilled. And she said that posting a picture of the script. Beyond confirmation of her own return, Campbell also shared that Kevin Williamson, who wrote the Screams 1, 2, and 4, will be returning to the franchise as director. Guy Busick, who wrote 2022 Scream, colloquially known as Scream 5, and 2023 Scream 6, is returning again for the latest script. The returns of both Campbell and Williamson are undeniably controversial. Not just because the actor's previous exit from the film, but for the manner in which the franchise's previous leads, Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega, left the film. Barrera was let go of the film in November after her pro-Palestine Instagram posts were deemed hate speech by Spyglass Media. Ortega, who played Tara Carpenter, half-sister of Barrera's Sam Carpenter, confirmed her own exit just one day later. Reportedly, her exit had been in the works, though, long before Barrera's dismissal, presumably due to Ortega's rising star and busy schedule with Wednesday and Beetlejuice.
Oh, she's going to be in... What?
It's the new Beetlejuice movie.
There's a new Beetlejuice movie?
Yeah. I'm excited for you to be on this show because you're just going to know these things. This is going to stop happening. I'm like, how do you not know there's a new Beetlejuice movie?
Because
Jenna
people
Ortega?
were literally sharing, like, fake Beetlejuice sequels, like, far before that. So I just stopped believing anything about that until apparently now.
Yeah, no, she's in the... It's coming out soon, I think.
I still want to see the musical.
That's because you now like the guy who plays Beetlejuice.
No, I don't. I don't know why I just got very, like, high school crush. Like, no, I don't like him.
Beyond all that, Scream 7 also lost its initial director, Christopher Landon, in December, who tweeted that the film was a dream job that turned into a nightmare. For a while, it had seemed maybe for the best that the 7th entry in the franchise would not end up being a film at all. Apparently, Spyglass Media found the respect and cash that Campbell needed to save the franchise.
Do you think it's ever gonna end?
Nothing ends anymore. We're now in an era where
I don't
it's like,
know that I love that.
I don't either, but that's where we live. Dylan says you guys are awesome, but you're hobbits. Isn't your queen size bed like a California king size?
Jeffrey likes to act like he doesn't like sprawl completely out and like T-pose in the bed basically, but you do. You actually do.
Rome says I like the Williamson comeback more than the Campbell one, to be honest. Yeah, I'm there with you. Snoopy says I'm a single guy with a king bed. Heck that shit queen bed with squishmallows would drive me nuts.
Our bedroom's kind of tiny.
Yeah.
We should build another room in our house.
Okay.
Downstairs.
My youngest child is a second child.
I'm not waiting for our youngest child to be... They're not going to move out either. I hope you also realize this. You're like, oh man, 9 years, we're going to have the house to ourselves. No, we're not. Our middle kid's still going to be there. And our youngest is going to probably hang out for another 5 years after she turns 18 too. Because it's fine. I'm not like upset about that by any means. In fact, I'm happy about it because I feel like our house would be really weird with the kids gone. Yeah. But like, let's be realistic. We just need to build that room in the basement.
Yeah, it needs to happen.
If anybody watching knows how to build rooms, I can't pay you because I'm poor. I will bake you things and hang out with you. And I can show you my Squishmallow collection. And I don't know.
Are you excited for Scream 7?
Yes.
Is it? Are you like all in on every Scream movie?
No. Why would I be all in on every one? They have their own. I have my own qualms with every one of those movies, I think, besides like maybe the original. I don't know.
Dylan says I remember being excited about a Creed song being featured in one of the Scream movies. Fuck, I'm old. Yeah, but these movies are old too. It's the thing of like Neve Campbell coming back. I'm very happy she got paid. This whole situation played out very, very well for her. I don't think, regardless of like, you know, situations and Instagram posts and everything else, I don't think Jenna Ortega would be in this, regardless of what she does not need the Scream movies.
No, she is going places.
Well, and it's funny because like everything's a sequel now, and so like everything she's making is sequels, but like still like, you know, she does not need to be in Scream 7. Scream 7 might need Jenna Ortega in it, but like I don't know that she needs that or that's a good move for her.
Dylan says he'll build walls for comics and baked goods.
Okay,
Dylan. This might be more
Did you build your studio? He's got a sound studio.
Oh, nice. This might be more of a project that I'm letting on to because our basement is literally like not
Gucci.
It's not.
It's insulated now though. So.
Yeah, it's insulated and there's like
one room built.
And there's like beams and like wooden, like you can tell where walls should be. And there's like wooden framing. So the wall part might be I also want to put wood floor down there, like finish the wood floor that's in the hallway. Cause there's like, we have like a hallway in our basement kind of. Put some wood floor in all of the basement.
Yeah. Flooring's easy.
Yeah. Well,
but it's not real wood floor.
Can we put wood floor in the garage?
Okay, you know that's not wood down there, right? It's the same stuff we have upstairs. It's not wood. It's like...
Yeah, I know, but it looks like wood, so I'm saying wood.
Okay, but that means a different thing.
It sounds like wood when I step on it.
I love you so much. Kirsten says, "Oh, it's insulated more than it can be said for my school." Oh goodness.
So
America's in chatters.
it is. What do you mean we don't have wood floor upstairs? Are you saying it's just the stuff you roll out and put on the floor?
It's not stuff you roll up, but it's like linoleum.
Yeah, I know, but it looks like wood.
Right. That's not.
Why would I say linoleum that looks like wood when I could just say wood?
Because it's not wood floor.
Okay, well,
You realize that actual wood floor exists that is actual wood, right?
I know that. Oh my god, I'm just saying, like, I don't care as long as our floor looks like it has wood on it.
Right.
Doesn't matter if it's fake wood or linoleum. I don't care.
Right, but like when you say I want wood floor everywhere, most people hear that as like a different thing than I want the laminate.
I don't care. Whichever is easier for you, honestly, or whoever's putting our floor down at this point.
That's like, did you see the TikTok of the woman losing her mind because her husband sent her to the garage for a square?
A square, like what?
She's like, and she was like, and I asked because I know men name things stupid things, and it's like, what is it? It's like he looks like a triangle, and she was just losing her mind on TikTok because like the thing that looks like a triangle is called a square, and
what is it?
It's like how you measure right angles.
Oh, a protractor?
No, it's a square. It looks like a triangle. You use it when you're like.
But it's called a square?
Correct.
What the fuck? Because
you're making right angles.
Just call it the right angle maker. Like, why are you acting like calling it a square makes more sense?
I know this is what it's called.
That's fine. You should also add, and that doesn't make sense. Because it's literally not. Okay. It's not shaped like a square. It doesn't make entire squares. It just makes right angles that can turn into a square. So
Dylan says, I built my studio and laid my own wood sounding floors. I'm not Ron Swanson, but I know things. Nice.
Yeah. I just need somebody to show me how to put up a wall. And not the emotional kind, because I know how to do that. But like a drywall. If I could just become
Kirsten says it's called a square because it's made to make square edges, just like my triangular instruments at school are called ringy dingy because it's used to make ringy dingies. That's her making fun of the fact that they're called squares.
No, but like I get that, but like it does frustrate me because I really think that they like if it's shaped like a triangle.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just started going into a circle.
We needed that visual help.
If it's shaped in a certain way, it should be called that thing if you're going to call it another shape. Does that make sense? Like, if you're going to name it a completely different shape, you might as well name it the thing that it's shaped like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accurate. Kirsten says she's on your side.
Thank you.
It's dumb as hell.
Thank you. I needed that because no one else is on my side, apparently.
By the way, Dork Duck Daily is brought to you by That Effing Guy. That Effing Guy buys comic books, toys, cards, video games, arcade
You remember to read the ad.
boxes, pinball machines, or anything else cool or collectible.
Good job.
No collection too big or too small. Cash paid on the spot. Make sure you tell him that Dork Duck sent you so he gives us a little kickback that helps keep this show on the air. Just give him a call at 269-358-7534. 269-358-7534. So if you're trying to raise money to,
build some walls,
put wood floors all over the place.
Don't act like I'm crazy.
Buy yourself a new square.
Can we put wood floors in our bedroom?
Maybe we can if we sell off some stuff to That Effing Guy.
Yeah.
Give him a phone call.
Sell some squishmallows.
358-75. I bet he would buy squishmallows.
Probably if they were rare or something. Oh, speaking of squishmallows, this is really random.
Rope says some squares are in the shape of a T. Just to like.
What? Dude, I'm too.
Speaking of squishmallows, he said.
I'm too tired to handle what is being thrown at me. I will be putting some squishmallows in this comic book store soon.
Yeah.
This isn't really exciting for anybody but me and people like me, but yeah, because I have a lot of squishmallows and I'm looking to downsize. I know that's insane because normally you're like, Selena, you're getting Squishmallows, you're not giving them away. But I mean, technically, I'm not giving them away either.
They're harder to store than comic books. They're
Everybody's like, just vacuum seal them, and I'm like, that looks like it hurts them. Why would I do that when I could just give them to people?
Rampage says he wants a giant size Snorlax Squishmallow, which is amazing. Dylan
Have that. I'm really sorry.
Dylan says you two put a smile on my face every day.
Aw, thanks.
That's very sweet.
I try.
We will be live 2 more times today. One will be just Selena on Twitch from 3 to 5.
Playing Fatal Frame finally.
Yeah, playing the patron's pick of a horror game, which is Fatal Frame on the PS2. And then we'll be live from 7:30 tonight.
Oh, it has been made, Dylan. I think it's not like that big, but the Target do they have a Snorlax Squishmallow?
I don't know.
I feel like they do. I could be like completely hallucinating due to lack of sleep,
That could happen.
but I'm like 99% sure they do. I don't know that it comes in like the giant size. Like, where's my moth?
I don't know.
Help me find my moth. Oh, he's under you. Why are you hiding my moth?
I don't know.
Like, this guy, I think, is like the biggest kind you can get from Target.
Anyways, we'll be live again from 7:30 to 10 p.m. Tonight, 9:30ish, something like that, over on the Dork Duck Facebook feed, selling comic books.
Just because I stepped away from the microphone, it doesn't mean you can just run away with what we're talking
those
about.
doors out there are open in 3 minutes, technically. So.
Well, they can wait a second because we're talking about Squishmallows. This is the biggest one I think you can get. I'm not sure. I forget.
Michelle says it does hurt the Squishmallows. Do not vacuum seal them.
Exactly. Don't do it. Don't. Also, I'd like to see you try to vacuum seal this one. You can't. She's too big.
Also, get ready to follow us on Whatnot because
shit, yeah.
We're setting that up. It's hopefully will be set up by the end of the day today. Selena has to sit.
I have to sit in an onboarding meeting, and I'm so pissed about it.
She's very excited to sit in a Zoom call.
This whole fucking thing was like, hey, take some pictures of your inventory. And I was like, oh, cool, I can do that. Yeah, I don't got to talk to anybody.
We procrastinated so much.
So hard that now they have an onboarding session that I have to sit in for 45 fucking minutes, and it's my goddamn nightmare. I hate this so much. But so yeah.
So look forward to Whatnot.
Yeah, please follow us on Whatnot and
yeah. But that's gonna do it for today. It's good chatting with you too, Kirsten. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks everyone listening later in the podcast feeds or watching on YouTube.
Thank you.
We appreciate you all a great deal. Bye.
Farewell. Bye.